There are several application based circuit which we have to design. So here is the syllabus of unit number 6. Is PPT visible in full screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here the points of unit number 6 is design of instrumentation amplifier. Instrumentation amplifier was there in analog electronics 1. Still we will revise this topic, the analysis of instrumentation amplifier. Then the bridge amplifier, then the temperature controller or indicator circuit using thermocouple, RTD, thermosensors like AD590 and LM35. Few of you may known to this IC LM35, which is temperature sensor IC, which can be configured into two modes, that is positive temperature reading is also possible, and full scale reading, that is called negative to positive. Minus temperature reading can also be possible with this IC. So today we'll discuss with the instrumentation amplifier. Now instrumentation amplifier, wherever there is an instrument to measure physical quantity, there is an instrumentation amplifier for driving indicator or display. So here in number of industrial, we can say, as well as consumer applications, one is required to measure and control physical quantities like temperature, humidity, light intensity, water flow, etc. Pressure as well, we can say. The physical quantities usually measured with the help of transducer that you know. Then it is amplified and then it is given to either indicator or display. So same is given into the system, that is transducer, maybe say thermocouple to read temperature, maybe LM35 to read temperature, maybe say LDR or photodiode or photo transistor to read light intensity, then instrumentation amplifier which will amplify that signal to drive display or indicator. So this is the process in instrumentation, means in any instrument, and where we are focusing on instrumentation amplifier. It is not a simple amplifier like a transistor. We have to think of so many characteristic of the amplifier. So here the important features or the characteristics of instrumentation amplifier are: one is high gain accuracy. There must be very high gain and it must be accurate, because we know that the transducer is the device which will convert some physical quantity like pressure, temperature, light intensity, whatever. These physical quantities are converted into an electrical signal, maybe voltage, current, or power. But we know what is the transducer. There are two types of transducer. You may have learned in instrumentation subject, that active and passive. And generally passive transducer will change its physical quantity like maybe capacitance, resistance, likewise. And by putting such passive component into Western bridge or any say active along with some active element, uh, proportional current, voltage, or power can be developed, and it may be amplified with the help of amplifier. So as the output of such transducers are very low, maybe in microvolt or millivolt, thereby we need high gain and it must be accurate so that the reading will be accurate. Then high CMRR, common mode rejection ratio. As we discussed that transducer has very low output, so attack of noise on low signal is a very possible. Therefore, if there is noise, whatever is the amplifier that you are using, that should cancel the noise. And noise is, for the operational amplifier, noise will be attacked on positive as well as negative terminal, and we have already learned uh, for common voltage it is called VCM. For common voltage, output is equal to 0. We already studied in analog electronics 1. So that's why the CMRR must be very high, so that if there is common input to both the terminal, it will be cancelled automatically. Then high gain stability, gain must be stable with low temperature coefficient. Then low DC offset. There should not be any, we have seen what are different offset to IC741. There should not be any offset, means if both the input are 0, then output must be 0. There should not be any voltage in millivolt or microvolt developed across the output if input is not present. And low input impedance, it is also required, low input impedance. So here we will go for the basic differential amplifier that we already studied earlier in subtractor circuit. Basic differential amplifier is also an instrumentation amplifier, but there is certain drawback that we will learn here. So you can see such type of circuit we have already seen. V1 is connected to the positive terminal. V2 simultaneously is connected to negative terminal, that is inverting terminal. So it is called a differential circuit. We have seen it is, its output is gain into V1 minus V2. Applied voltage to non-inverting minus applied voltage to inverting. Now you can see some values are there. Forget about values right now. So there are several resistances, out of which R2 is connected into the feedback, R1 is connected into inverting terminal, R4 is, and R3 is connected into the non-inverting terminal. So we know that there are two sources here, V1 and V2. To solve such type of circuit that we have already done, it can be possible with superposition theorem. Now we will see either of the source active and we'll check the output. So what I will do, first we will say that this V1 is ground. V1 is ground. That means V1 is 0 and V2 is present. Now you can see whenever V1 is 0, that is ground, then this R3 comes parallel with R4. Of course, there will be parallel combination of 100K and 1K. Effective will be near to 1K. So there will be only, say, single resistance with respect to ground. So the non-inverting terminal is grounded, we can say here. But simultaneously you can see, look at the circuit. There is V2 connected. Hello. There is V2 connected and it is the inverting mode of operation. Therefore, we may write an equation whenever your V2 is active and V1 is ground, then the circuit equivalent is inverting mode of operation. And for inverting mode, there is gain, feedback resistance divided by input resistance multiplied by input voltage is the output. So the output due to means V02 or VO2, output due to second source only is minus, is inverting mode, minus of R2 by R1 into V2. You can see into the circuit here, R2 is in feedback, R1 is in input. So gain is minus R2 by R1 into V2 is the output due to V2, that is V02. Likewise, here is the output. Now again, we have to operate on another input signal when V1 is active and V2 is ground. Then what is the output? Let's go back to the circuit. This is the circuit diagram. I'll erase earlier ink. So this V2 is ground. This V2 is ground now and V1 is active. So V1 is active. Our first aim is to calculate voltage at non-inverting terminal wherever I marked with highlighter, or we may say across resistance R4, we have to find out the voltage. You can see V1 is applied to R3 and R4 simultaneously. And if I want voltage across R4, then we have to use voltage divider rule. And by voltage divider rule, I will move to the next PPT. By voltage divider rule, voltage across non-inverting terminal of op amp will be R4 divided by R3 plus R4 multiplied by applied voltage V1. This one, I'll mark this part only. So this is voltage at non-inverting terminal. Now coming back to the circuit, we know what is voltage at this point. So voltage at this point is nothing but R4 upon R3 plus R4 multiplied by V1. So just forget about R1 and R4 for few seconds. And this terminal V2 जो है, that is ground. This terminal is ground. So you can look at the circuit. It is simply non-inverting amplifier. And for non-inverting amplifier, gain is 1 plus R2 upon R1. And what will be the output due to V1? It will be 1 plus R2 upon R1 into whatever is the voltage at non-inverting terminal, V and I. Same is reflected in this equation. Here, V01, that is output due to source 1 only, is non-inverting gain, that is 1 plus R2 upon R1, multiplied by voltage at non-inverting terminal is R4 by R3 plus R4 into V1. So this complete is due to source V1. Whatever we have seen earlier is the voltage due to source V2. So combining together, the output voltage will be addition or summation of V01 and V02. Therefore, together we have V0 is equal to V01 key value and V02 key value we added together. By that we get minus of R2 upon R1 into in bracket V2 minus 1 upon 1 plus R3 by R4 adjustment किया है, टर्म्स इधर उधर किए हैं, into non-inverting gain 1 plus R1 upon R2 into V1. Now we have to choose some values. Whenever we have seen subtractor circuit, at that time we took all the resistances equal intentionally, or we may do this R1 R2 and this is also R3 के जगह पे R1 and R4 के जगह पे also R2, ऐसे लेके हमने कैलकुलेट किया था. But here notations are different, but no worry. What we can do, we can take proportionate value and accordingly we may simplify this formula. Whatever we obtain here, we may simplify this. So for the ratio R2 by R1 equal to R3 by R4, we get simply V0 is equal to R2 by R1 into V1 minus V2. So you can see the difference between two input, that is V1 and V2, is amplified by gain R2 by R1. So this is done with basic instrumentation amplifier, but there is a drawback. Gain is limited to what? R2 and R1. If you want very huge gain, then only with the help of only two value of resistances, it is not possible. First thing. Later on, here we will come back to the circuit. Here in this circuit, source V1 has impedance. V1 means अगर मैंने impedance देखा है with respect to V1 here, then impedance is addition of these two resistance R3 and R4. So impedance of non-inverting terminal input is R3 plus R4. Putting the values, it is near about 101K. But similar time, if we see the impedance of V2 source, if I see impedance here into the inverting terminal, it is only R1. and that is equal to 1K. This low impedance, हाई इम्पिडेंस है ये सेक्शन में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, नॉन इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल सेक्शन में, बट दिस लो इम्पिडेंस इन इन्वर्टिंग सेक्शन may load the signal heavily. Therefore, high resistance buffer stage is required and it is used preceding each input as shown in below figure. Next PPT पे figure है 3 op amp से instrumentation amplifier बताया है. So what is major drawback? Inverting terminal input impedance is very low. If we connect signal to such type of low input impedance value, then signal may draw, or say your system may draw maximum current from signal source, where source is very delicate transducer, you may say. It may get damaged if you are, it is say your system is asking more current. That's why input impedance should be very high. So for that, what is done here, into the V2 network, that is inverting terminal, and into the non-inverting terminal, we use buffer. We use buffer for both the stages. So along with this differential amplifier stage, which is a basic instrumentation amplifier, we use 2 buffers. So there will be total 3 operational amplifiers, which will provide you good or better instrumentation amplifier. Till the time, are you with me? Any question? Yes, any question from your side before proceeding to 3 operational amplifier? No. Okay, so I'll move to the next, that is 3 op amp instrumentation amplifier. Whatever we discussed till now, we already have seen this circuit into the subtractor circuit in unit number 2nd. Now you can see here, I took this diagram from book D. Roy Choudhury. The notation for op amp A3 was wrong there. Plus minus say it must be minus plus. It will be proved in numerical or say derivation further. So here you can see op amp A3 has R2, R1. Instead of R3, R4 also we have R2 and R1. As they are same, the gain of this circuit I will mark with highlighter. The gain of circuit will be R2 by R1. As I use this resistance, feedback resistance similar to this R2, this input resistances are same R1, R1, then R2 by R1 is gain. And what will be the output? If you check for this, the output will be V0 is equal to R2 by R1 into V1 dash minus V2 dash. मैं सिर्फ इधर ये जो लाइन मैंने यहाँ पे निकाली है पीपीटी पे, इसके राइट हैंड साइड के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ, which is the differential amplifier stage, which will provide you gain into the difference of the input. For particular A3 amplifier, we have input is equal to V2 dash and V1 dash. So I am taking into consideration V1 dash and V2 dash only. So moving to the next PPT, I have the same formula here. The output of stage A3 is nothing but R2 upon R1, which is the gain of the difference amplifier, which we already have seen in previous PPTs, multiplied by V1 dash. V1 dash is the voltage connected to non-inverting terminal of A3, minus V2 dash. V2 dash is the voltage connected to the inverting terminal of stage A3. Coming back to the circuit diagram, so as there was a problem with basic instrumentation amplifier is nothing but differential amplifier, there was a problem with low input impedance in inverting stage. Therefore, we are adding 2 buffers, which is A1 and A2 buffers into both the input of stage A3. So I'm drawing line here. On the left hand side of this line, we have only buffers, which is A1 connected in inverting section of A3, buffer A2 connected in non-inverting section of A3. Now, along with we have one feedback resistance along with A1, which is connected into the feedback of A1, resistance R dash. Similar value of resistance is connected in the feedback of A2 is R dash. Feedback is nothing but output and input, output and input. And one resistance R is connected into inverting terminal of A1 and non-inverting terminal of A2. So this is the circuitry. Let's go for the analysis of this circuit. Now our signal source is connected here. A2 के माइनस में दिया है एक, that is V1. Another source is V2 connected to non-inverting terminal of A1. Okay, so there are three possibilities. What will be the relation between V1 and V2? The relationship between V1 and V2. V1 may be greater than V2. V1 may be equal to V2. V1 may be less than V2. So there are only three possibilities. So when V1 is equal to V2, then it is called common mode signal. Both the signals are same. V1 equal to V2 is called common mode signal. And for common mode signal, output must be equal to 0 because we need very, very high CMRR, common mode rejection ratio. Similarly, I wanted to tell you that whatever may be the value of V2, to keep differential voltage is equal to 0, this arrow here into inverting and non-inverting terminal of A1, that is referred as differential voltage, and ideally it must be equal to 0. To keep it 0, whatever is V2, same will be on another terminal, that is inverting terminal. Whatever may be V1, same will be on another terminal, that is non-inverting terminal. Okay, because if we do such, then of course differential voltage is 0, then both the terminal will have same voltage of stage A1 and A2. Now we will consider the case. We'll consider the case. As I said, there are three cases. V1 is less than V2, V1 is greater than V2, V1 is equal to V2. We'll say first case that V1 and V2 are similar. That is V1 and V2 is same. Say, if you're not getting in this way, say both are equal to 1 volt. Okay, then what will happen? To get differential voltage is equal to 0, on another terminal of op amp, it will be same. So this V2 I'm marking will be same as 1 volt. Similarly, for A2 stage, this V1 will appear on this terminal, that is 1 volt. Now look at resistance R, which is in between the terminals of A1 and A2. That R is connected, it is shown variable, and there is current passing into the I. Passing into the R is I. Now here the voltage across, what is the voltage drop across R? Can anybody tell me? Yes, I need answer from your side. What is voltage drop across R? Yes.
V2 minus V1.
Yes, V2 minus V1, whatever. Yes, I need a number because I already told you what is V1 and what is V2.
0.
It is 0.
0.
Of course, because resistance के दोनों end पे voltage is same, so there is no drop. So it is 0. And if it is 0, will there be any current? If drop is not there, will there be any current? No. Ohm says that, Ohm's law. As there is no drop across resistance, there will not be current because potential difference है ही नहीं. there is no current. As there is no current, there will not be any current into R and R dash. There will not be any current in R and R dash. They are physically connected. Of course, they are physically connected, but as there is no current into the R में कुछ भी करंट रहता तो एक तो ये ऊपर के R डैश में जाता या फिर नीचे से R डैश जो है उसमें जाता, लेकिन R जो है there is no current into the R, therefore there is no current into the R dash. So can anybody tell me what is the voltage V2 dash and V1 dash in this way? Yes, think over it. How we are going? We are interested in finding out V1 dash and V2 dash whenever V1 and V2 are same. यहां तक आ चुके हैं हम R तक. R में से करंट नहीं जा रहा है, R dash में से भी करंट नहीं जा रहा है. So can anybody tell me what is V2 dash and V1 dash?
0 volt.
No. Any other answer? I will explain. Just I need guessings from your side. Any other answer? V2 dash is equal to and V1 dash is equal to. I want that. Very easy. Circuit is say huge, but analysis is very easy and very interesting. Okay. Let me explain. Yes, do you have answer? Okay. So as we have discussed till time, V2 is and V1 is same. Therefore, V2 is here and V1 is here. There is no voltage drop across resistance R. So there is no current through R. Therefore, there is no current through R and R dash. So you can see here for R, ये वाला resistance ध्यान में लो. ये जो है यहाँ पे voltage drop नहीं है. That's why there is no current, right? और इस केस में क्या है, यहाँ पे V1 है, यहाँ पे V2 है, दोनों वोल्टेज सेम है. As I said, there is no current in R dash and R dash here. That means यहाँ पे जो वोल्टेज है वही वोल्टेज यहाँ रहना चाहिए. अगर नहीं रहा तो there will be drop, right? Please reply. I'll erase the ink. Yes, right. Yes. अगर V1 यहाँ पे है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे R डैश के V1 है, तो R डैश के अपोजिट साइड में भी सेम वोल्टेज रहेगा. इफ आई से देयर इज नो करंट पासिंग इनटू, क्योंकि ऑप एम्प के टर्मिनल में तो कोई करंट जाता नहीं या आता नहीं ड्यू टू हाई इनपुट इंपीडेंस दैट वी ऑलरेडी स्टडीड आइडियल ऑप एम्प. सो as there is no current into R dash, V1 will be reflected here, V1 dash के जगह पे, and V2 will be reflected here at the place of V2 dash. So I may write here V2 dash will be equal to V2 and here V1 dash will be equal to V1. Agreed? Is it correct? Of course. करंट नहीं पास हो रहा है किसी रेजिस्टेंस में और एक एंड पे कुछ वोल्टेज है तो उसके दूसरे एंड पे भी सेम वोल्टेज रहेगा, सो दैट देयर विल नॉट बी ड्रॉप अक्रॉस एंड देयर विल नॉट बी करंट. अगर ऐसा नहीं है, इम्बैलेंस है दोनों एंड के टर्मिनल वोल्टेज पे पर्टिकुलर रेजिस्टेंस के, सो डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी ड्रॉप एंड डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी करंट. यस, एनी क्वेश्चन? No. Okay. So till the time we have seen when both the voltages are same, signal voltages are same, that is V1 and V2, then at the output of stage A1 is similar to V2 and at the output of stage A2 is similar to V1, that is V2 dash is equal to V2 and V1 dash is equal to V1. They are same, of course. Now coming to the formulas on next PPT. So before that, I'd like to share one thing. As V2 dash is equal to V2, that means what? Voltage follower. Stage 1 A1 is working like voltage follower. Voltage follower is used for buffering to provide high input impedance, nothing else. Then V1 dash is equal to V1. That means stage A2 is also working like voltage follower in this, say, circuit. Therefore, whatever we discuss on the circuit, same is reflected here. The op-amp stage A1 and A2 have differential input voltages at 0. For V1 is equal to V2, that is under common mode signal condition, the voltage across R will be 0. Therefore, no current flows through R or R dash at all. Your A1 and A2 op amp acts as voltage follower because we got a result V2 dash is equal to V2 and V1 dash is equal to V1. However, अगर ये है तो क्या हो रहा है? If we put values here, क्या है लास्ट फॉर्मूला? V0 is equal to V1 dash minus V2 dash and V1 dash and V2 dash भी same है. So V1 dash minus V2 dash, it becomes 0. Multiply by any value of gain. It might be infinite, maybe some finite value. It will be equal to 0. Means in this case, output becomes 0 because common signal to the instrumentation amplifier get cancelled or rejected. That is called high CMRR. Now moving to the next step. However, whenever V1 is not equal to V2, हमने तीन कंडीशन देखे थे. बोला जाए तो दो कंडीशन भी बोल सकते हैं. वन इज V1 इक्वल टू V2 एंड दूसरी कंडीशन इज V1 नॉट इक्वल टू V2. V1 नॉट इक्वल टू V2 में और दो कंडीशंस आते हैं. दैट इज V1 इज ग्रेटर देन V2 or V1 is less than V2. So we'll move to the any question till the time, because we have seen one of the condition, both the signals are equal, then what is the analysis of circuit and output becomes 0, that is common mode signals are rejected. Any question till the time before I move to the unequal value of V1 V2? Any questions? So you got the terms. Now we'll move to the another condition whenever V1 and V2 are unequal. So here, however, there might be chances if V1 is not equal to V2, then of course current flows through R as well as R dash. We will take condition that V2 dash minus V1 dash is greater than V2 minus V1. Therefore, the circuit has differential gain and CMRR more compared to single op amp circuit. Now we will write the equation. So here is the circuit. Here is the circuit where I have shown that V1 is greater than V2. I'll write here V1 is greater than V1 is greater than V2. So you can see here V1 is there, V2 is there. To make differential voltage is equal to 0, V1 will be reflected here, and to make differential voltage 0 to A1, V2 will be reflected here. Now we know that V1 is greater, V2 is less. So this voltage across R1 means R, not R1. resistance R, bottom end voltage is more than upper end of the R. Therefore, of course, there will be potential difference. I mark polarity plus and minus. Therefore, current will pass through R. And I have shown upward direction because we know V1 is greater, V2 is less. So higher potential to lower potential, current will flow. Now this current I, you can see here, there is no current either into the terminal of op amp or outside the terminal of op amp as the high input impedance, infinite input impedance to the op amp. Therefore, where from this current comes, this current will come from R dash. So ये upward है, R में से जाने
Sir,
वाला current.
screen is not visible.
Sir,
Wait. Hello. Yes, what is your query?
the
Payal?
PPT is not visible.
Okay.
The PPT is not visible.
Okay. Let's check. Now is it visible?
No, sir.
Wait.
No, sir.
Wait. I shall check. Screen sharing stop, I think. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll discuss it again. Okay. Now, we have seen the condition that V1 equal to V2. Now I'm looking at condition V1 not equal to V2 and I'm taking condition that V1 is greater than V2. So you can see V1 is connected here and V2 is connected here. Okay. So is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
as this V1 is connected to A2 stage and to make differential voltage 0, V1 will be appear at lower end of R and V2 is connected to A1 and to make differential voltage equal to 0, V2 will reflected at upper end of R. R is vertical resistance जो मैंने लगाया है यहाँ पे. Okay, and as V1 is greater than V2, so lower end of R will be at higher potential than upper end of R. So current will pass from higher potential to lower potential. That's why the current direction of current I is shown upward. Okay. Now another thing, this A1 ho या A2 ho या A3 ho, input impedance is very high ideally, that is infinite. Therefore कोई भी टर्मिनल के अंदर करंट नहीं जाएगा या बाहर करंट नहीं आएगा. So from where this current I comes, it comes from R dash. ये देखो यहाँ पे मैंने दिखाया है, अपवर्ड जा रहा है तो R dash में से आ रहा है, जो R dash लगाया है into A2 और जा कर रहा है, it will not go into the A1, it will go through R dash which is connected into the A1. So this is how, book में नहीं दिया है ये करंट डायरेक्शन, सिर्फ थियोरी में एक्सप्लेन किया है. This is how the current passes. Now same is written on this. Since no current flows into the op amp, the current I flowing upward through R and given by, क्या आएगा करंट का फॉर्मूला, कैसे आएगा करंट का फॉर्मूला, इज नथिंग बट डिफरेंस potential drop across R divided by R. Same is here, that current I is given by V1 is higher potential minus V2 जो कि drop across R divided by R. This current also passes through R dash. हमने देखा है earlier PPT में. This current I is passing through R dash as well. दोनों R dash A1 और A2 सेक्शन में लगाए हुए हैं. So हमें क्या इंटरेस्ट है अभी? I'll erase this thing. Now I am interested in what? Value of V2 and value of V2 dash and value of V1 dash. अर्लियर केस में ये दोनों हमें सेकंड में समझ गए थे ड्यू टू वोल्टेज फॉलोअर स्टेज. नाउ इट इज नॉट वोल्टेज फॉलोअर स्टेज, वी हैव टू फाइंड इट आउट. सो फॉर दैट we have to apply KVL 2 times in A1 as well as A2. So applying KVL in the loop, I have shown loop that is V1, VD, IR dash is nothing but voltage drop across R dash and V1 dash. Let's see here. I'll go back to PPT. I'll show you where I have used KVL. I have considered this V1, V1 considering plus up minus down, V1 is applied. Then I have considered this VD which is equal to 0, but I have considered. Then I have considered voltage drop across this R and voltage V1 dash which will be drop across these two resistances. So I have shown direct polarity plus and minus. Either it will be plus minus पूरा का पूरा वोल्टेज चाहिए हमें. R1 and R2 के across जितना भी वोल्टेज है that is nothing but V1 dash. So I have directly mentioned here plus and minus towards ground. Okay. So these four will be in the loop. Let's have KVL. It will be minus plus. I will take V1 positive V1, then 0 plus karo minus karo no matter. Then there is minus sign. So there will be minus I into R because this current is I. So it will be minus I into R dash. और ये plus minus है. So it will be also minus V1 dash. So accordingly, we get value of V1 dash is equal to R dash into I plus V1. Putting value of I, do you know the value of I? Yes, we know the value of I, that is V1 minus V2, because हमें last में output जो लेना है equation, that would be in form of signal voltage, that is V1 and V2, not in the form of V1 dash and V2 dash. So putting value of I, it will be V1 dash is equal to R by R dash, ये वाला R divided by ये R by R dash into V1 minus V2 plus ये वाला V1 plus V1. Similarly, applying KVL into the loop V2 दूसरे source दूसरे op amp में V2 VD IR, that is voltage drop across R dash and V2 dash, यहाँ पे KVL लगाना. We'll see that KVL points into the diagram. So where we have applied KVL here, minus plus ये वाला V2 जो कि यहाँ पे अप्लाई है, then ये वाला ऐसे आ रहा हूं मैं, ऐसे KVL लगा रहा हूं. I have shown highlighted it. This another one is drop across R dash, that is I into R dash and V2. V2 क्या रहेगा? V2 positive with respect to ground. Positive with respect to ground. Now here you can see minus plus. If I say V2, then coming here plus 0, then there is plus minus, so it will be minus I into R dash, and again plus and minus with respect to ground is nothing but minus, that will be minus V2 dash. So calculating value of V2 dash after application of KVL, we have V2 dash is equal to minus of R dash into I plus V2. Putting the value of current I, which is here, V1 minus V2 divided by R. So V2 dash will be equal to, minus sign is very important, minus R upon R dash into V1 minus V2 plus V2. So we got value of V1 dash in the form of equation and value of V2 dash in the form of equation by applying logic and applying KVL into the respective loop. We got these two values. Now these values we can put into this formula. What is output formula of stage A3 is V0 is equal to R2 by R1 into V1 dash minus V2 dash. Looking into the circuit. Looking into the circuit, इतना ही stage अभी. I came to the last stage now. Here is V2 dash, here is V1 dash, and by choosing this value R1, R2 into the network, your output will be R2 by R1 into in non-inverting first V1 minus V2 जो कि इन्वर्टिंग में लगा है. पोलैरिटी डी रॉय चौधरी में गलत दिया है. I made it correct. So putting the values of V1 dash and V2 dash into the output equation of stage A3, we get V0 is equal to R2 upon R1 into mix किया है put करके. So it is twice R dash upon R multiplied by V1 minus V2 plus V1 minus V2. Taking common V1 minus V2 बाहर लिया है. We get V0 is equal to R2 by R1 into 1 plus ये निकालने के बाद 1 plus twice R dash upon R into V1 minus V2. Just look at this. Now this is the output equation में left hand side. Then all the resistances वाला जो term बनता है, I'll read it out. It is R2 upon R1 multiply by 1 plus twice R dash upon R. This is nothing but gain. This is nothing but gain, which may be written into the notation AV, which is voltage gain. And what about this? This is nothing but the difference between V1 and V2. So differential amplifier, still it is the differential amplifier. So difference between V1 and V2 is amplified with this huge gain. You can see. बेसिक इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन एम्पलीफायर में गेन सिर्फ R2 by R1 ही था और दूसरा इनपुट इम्पीडेंस का प्रॉब्लम था जो यहाँ पे सॉल्व हो गया. गेन भी हम ये फैक्टर से और बढ़ा सकते हैं. सो इन अबो इक्वेशन हो गया एनालिसिस इसका. इसके बाद न्यूमेरिकली सॉल्व करना है. इन अबो इक्वेशन इफ वी चूज वेरी स्मॉल वैल्यूज ऑफ रेजिस्टेंसेस, R2 by R1 मैंने 25K यूज किया है, दैट मीन्स इसको 1 ही बना दिया है. ये R2 by R1 is 1. Then R dash I choose 25K and R is very small, say 50 ohm. Putting these values into the equation of gain AV, इतने ही, इतने square में ही मैंने डाला है gain equation में. Then putting this value, we can achieve gain up to 1001 with this small value of resistances. मेगा होम में लेने की जरूरत नहीं, किलो होम में ले रहे हैं, फिर भी हमें गेन बहुत अच्छी हुआ है. सेकंड, इनपुट इम्पीडेंस भी बहुत अच्छा मिला है ड्यू टू स्टेज बफर स्टेज A1 एंड A2. सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन एम्पलीफायर using instrumentation amplifier using 3 op amp. Any questions till the time? So we have 10 minutes. We'll solve very small numerical for 7 mark asked in summer 2018. गेन कैलकुलेट करने के बोला है सिर्फ, दैट्स इट. कोई वोल्टेजेस वगैरह दिए नहीं है. सो हियर numerical 1 on this topic on instrumentation amplifier asked in summer 2018 for 7 marks. Design 3 op amp instrumentation amplifier. We use 1, 2 and 3 op amps here, A1, A2, A3, using IC741 for adjustable voltage gain of 10 to 100. इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन एम्पलीफायर बनाना है, गेन चाहिए एडजस्टेबल 10 to 100. सो ऑफ कोर्स हमें ये R डिजाइन करना है विच इज वेरिएबल पोटेंशियोमीटर ऑफ कोर्स. सो हियर द डिजाइन स्टेप्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल Solution: select differential gain R2 by R1. It is not necessary it must be 1. You may choose it different. Accordingly, the further values will change. But here I have chosen R2 by R1 is equal to 1. Say R1 and R2 is 10K, then R2 by R1 ratio will become 1. Now मैक्सिमम गेन, क्योंकि हमें रेंज दिया है 10 to 100, मैक्सिमम इज 100, मिनिमम इज 10. For that we will calculate maximum and minimum resistances. For maximum gain, that is AV max, which is equal to 100, we have AV max is equal to 1 plus twice R dash upon R. इसमें हमने R2 by R1 लिया नहीं है because R2 by R1 is now 1. So of course it is there, but as its value is 1, so we have omitted it. So putting value 100 equal to 1 plus twice R dash upon R. So R dash by R का जो ratio है, by changing the terms, R dash by R is 49.5. Into the book it is shown 50, क्योंकि 100 minus 1 जो होता है वो 1 को उसने neglect किया है. You may or may not neglect, no worry about that, there will be small change. So 49.5. Let's choose R dash 50K. R dash हमने put किया है 50K into this. Accordingly, R minimum comes 1010 ohm. That is approximately equal to 1K. So minimum resistance required into the circuit in place of R is 1 kilo ohm. अगर आप 50 लेते हैं, R dash by R का रेशियो 1 को निग्लेक्ट करते हैं, देन इट विल बी 1K. और अभी भी हमारा 1K ही आया है बिकॉज 1010 हम ऐसा कोई रेजिस्टेंस रहता नहीं है. सो मिनिमम इज 1K. Similarly, now minimum gain, that is AV mean, is equal to 10. Putting AV mean is equal to 1 plus R2 dash by R. R2 by R1 is 0, which is not shown there. Then 10 is equal to 1 plus R2 dash by R. Ratio R dash upon R will be 4.5, as 10 minus 1 is 9, divided by 2 is 4.5. Let's choose R dash 50K. Double choose करायचा नहीं है. R dash we already choose 50K. For understanding purpose, I have used this statement here. Else earlier we have decided R dash is 50K. It is 50K. Don't change R dash here. So you may see in previous PPT it is also 50K. 50K. Then R max, ये जो value आता है R max, that becomes 11.11K. 11.11K. You may use either near to 11, it will be 11K pot, ऐसा मिलता नहीं है. 12K pot is nearby value. Hence R is a potentiometer. You can use potentiometer of say 12K. 1.2 12 ओहम का रेजिस्टेंस मिलता है, 1.2 ओहम का भी मिलता है, देन 1.2K का भी मिलता है, 12K का भी मिलता है, 120K likewise is the band. So the minimum 1K resistance must be in series with this potentiometer. Obviously अगर मैंने 12K का पॉट लगा दिया है तो 12K पे 12K जब मैं करता हूँ 11.11K करता हूँ, then gain will be 10. But if I reduce the potentiometer to say 11, 10, 5K, then 4K, 2K, there will be 1 point. If I move it anti-clockwise completely, then the potentiometer value will be equal to 0. And if it is 0, gain will move to the infinite. And to avoid that, कहाँ तक लिमिट करना है उसे लिमिट करना है हमें 100 पे, infinite नहीं करना है. So for that, what we need in series with this R, ये जो R दिखाया है यहाँ पे पोटेंशियोमीटर, इसके सीरीज में एक रेजिस्टेंस लगाना है ऑफ वैल्यू 1K, so that even though the potentiometer is 0, there will be minimum value 1K present into the network, which will limit gain to the 100. उसके ऊपर gain बढ़ेगा नहीं. So to limit the maximum gain to 100, we use 1 kilo ohm resistance in series with this potentiometer. Any questions? there will be several numericals on this topic. You might be designing in, say, temperature controller or indicator. You have to use this instrumentation amplifier, whatever may be the sensing transducer or network, maybe thermocouple, RTD, maybe LM35, maybe 85, 8590 sensor. You have to use this. This is the only, say, circuit in this unit on which we have to perform. So be prepared for this. And any questions? I'll wait for 2 minutes.
Sir? Hello?
Yes, Payal.
Sir, what is the portion for UT?
Yet I have not discussed with Khanchandani sir, but probably unit number second and third, which we already covered. Now see, देखा जाए तो 4 units are completed, right? First, second, third, and fourth. But as the test is objective, if I decide unit number 1, then there are so many calculations and time limit for unit test. Unit test is 30 minute. So इतने सारे formulas अगर मैं question डालता हूँ उसे calculate करके 1 minute में आंसर देना, better way I will in for this time I will use second unit जिसपे objective question अच्छी तरह डाल सकते हैं. So second unit I will use for यूनिट टेस्ट नंबर 1. सर थर्ड रखते या फोर्थ मुझे पता नहीं, सर ने थर्ड एंड फोर्थ पढ़ाया है. सो प्रोबेबली सेकंड एंड थर्ड विल बी देयर. फर्स्ट नहीं रखूंगा मैं. फर्स्ट नेक्स्ट इसमें देखेंगे क्या करना है. तो
Okay, sir. Thank you.
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? All of you got the timetable for UT, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is 30 question for
Yes.
30 minutes. Anurag, is it 30 question for 30 minutes?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for that we will keep second unit, not first. First में calculations बहुत है, 1 minute में इतने calculations करना not possible. बड़े बड़े सर्किट है फर्स्ट में, वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर के, KVL KCL formulas भी बहुत है. We'll see that. I'll discuss with sir and then after I'll decide.